Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 7 of season 1 of Wednesday. Hopefully there's more seasons. That's why I said season 1. Fingers crossed that we get a season 2. I think it actually has been approved for season 2. I don't know when they're going to start filming that. I find it absolutely delightful. The fact that I don't know the way this season ends yet. I'm pretty excited to see where they could take this, especially with it being in a school and her only being 16. There's many a years that she could, grow and become very powerful. I think Wednesday has a lot of potential to be fierce. She already is at 16, so I can only imagine at 26, 36, 46. Like she will be I don't want to say out of control because she's very controlled. She's very controlled. But she's also dark and wild and wonderful. And there's a zaniness and there is just such a fun quality to her that like I was kind of like saying like I don't understand why these boys are so drawn to her, but it's because they see what we see. They're not stupid. I mean, they're not smart either, but they're also not stupid. The thing that I seem to be struggling the most with is the way Wednesday kind of doesn't regard people's feelings when she utilizes them. And by utilize, I mean when she uses them. Definitely the last episode, the way she used both Tyler and Enid to kind of go on her own little mission to get out of the school, to get over to the Gates mansion. It's a little cruel. And I think, I don't know if she had said, hey, I want to go do this. Will you go do it with me? That they would have said yes. But I feel like as they are real friends, they probably would have been like, hey, we don't want you to go alone. So I feel like Enid leaving in the way that she left, 100% Wednesday kind of deserved that. Kinda, she did. She did. Uh, I want to be kind and nice to Wednesday because that's just my nature. I don't want to be a jerk about it, but like she was being a jerk. She was being a jerk. And the way she kind of like sat down in front of that window and everything, she felt bad about it. And that's something we don't normally see is that like when she does something, like there's not a lot of emotional recourse for her. She kind of just like stares ahead and is like, I don't really know what to do right now. But in this case, she looked like she was broken. And that's good. That means that the hard shell that is around her is cracking a little bit and she's letting people in and people are affecting her. And that's character growth 100%. I think Enid is a delight. I think that she is a great friend to Wednesday, and Wednesday hopefully will recognize that. I have no doubt she will. I have no doubt she will. People like Enid, they don't come in droves. So when you find one, the jewel that Enid is, you hold on to her and you never let her go. Now with Xavier and Tyler, I don't know. I don't know. I'm over that whole triangle thing. I really am. I feel like they could just be like really good friends for her, if they were willing to just be friends. But I don't know if they're willing to let those feelings go. Now, especially Xavier with the painting. My God, that was beautiful. Him bringing her to life, like a person to life. I guess it was more the cello, but like that was a little creepy slash beautiful. It's weird how it made me feel. Like I was just like, oh, don't do that. Like that's a person. But the fact that like his drawings come to life when he's drawing the monster, I mean, I don't know why I feel uncomfortable about it being a human. I guess it's the person that's like looking at the painting of themselves. I just think that that's a little creepy to have somebody manipulate you on a painting. It's just odd. But I do think that it was absolutely beautiful and it really like showed that like he has a lot of feelings inside for her and he had to let them out. Now, what I did find interesting is that he painted her playing the cello and then she found the photos in the bottom of the music box that was of the same image. Um, I don't know if that's just a coincidence, if that's linked somehow, but what I do know, and if you watched my end commentary to the last video, I was like editing and I was like, oh my God, Kinbott brought roses to Eugene. And then those same roses were in Laurel's room. I didn't want to suspect the therapist because I have a lot of trust for my therapist, so I had a lot of trust for her as a therapist. But it makes sense when she has like all the little anthropomorphic creatures that she creates like in her closet, and like so she's probably really good with sewing and with surgical blades. Why she's keeping the mementos, I'm not sure. And I don't know if she's the monster or if she's just Laurel Gates, if Laurel Gates and the monster are one, if they are two separate things. Because I was just kind of like, Tyler getting scratched across the chest and not seeing it happen, he could very well have had Kinbott in front of him and said, I've got this, and, did what he did to protect himself and to protect her because obviously he goes to her office for therapy. Um, that breaks my heart because like a therapist is supposed to help you heal, not help you commit crime. But like maybe she's not a legit therapist either. I don't know. Like she's supposedly drowned in Europe. So for me, like I'm like, is she like really a doctor? I don't know. Like if she can cut things with a surgical saw and create little, maybe she's good at cutting things with a surgical saw because she creates the little people. Maybe it's not from a surgical residency, it's from being creeptastic. I dig the animals. I dig it. I dig it. Um, I don't know if Laurel Gates is here to finish off the Goody Adams bloodline. Um, I don't know because I feel like she would. Okay, I feel like if see, that's where I don't know where to go from here because until I know who exactly the monster is, I can't even guess as to what direction it's going to go or things that happened in the past and why they inform the future. It's a scrambled egg up here right now. And I love the fact that shows do this because like there's so many times that there's things that are so predictable and you can see them coming from a mile away. And maybe there's some people that were like, "Oh, I knew from the beginning. I could tell." Or maybe that was just their guess and they stuck with it. And that's great. Good for you. But definitely I did not suspect Kinbott of being an ancestor of Joseph Crackstone. There's just so much that just like as soon as I saw the flowers, I was like, "Oh, you dummy." Now, with the story moving forward, I don't know how Wednesday's going to get her friends back on her side. She's going to have to beg and plead and ask for forgiveness. I don't know what's going to happen now that the mayor is dead. I'm assuming that he's dead because whomever, Kinbott, pulled life support. And I hope Lucas is okay. I don't know if Bianca can do anything to help him by, like, maybe using her siren song to make him feel better. I don't think that that's a smart idea. I think he needs to feel his feelings. But hopefully, she can just at least be a shoulder for him to lean on because like he was leaning on her, about like wanting to change like his life and that he wasn't okay with the way that he was living it and that like, I keep wanting to say Hillsong. Sea Song, whatever, that they were kind of an answer to get out of the rut that he was in, and I don't know if his father dying will help him whatsoever to move in that direction. I think like he's gonna go back for a little bit of revenge. Now the fact that Tyler was friends with those boys, and now his friend's father has died, and his dad's friend has died. Like, will Tyler think differently about Nevermore? That was kind of on the back of my mind a little bit because while he might not hang out with them anymore and he might not get into shenanigans with them anymore, that doesn't necessarily mean you stop caring about the people you've always known. I'm sure the sheriff is going to be so angry. I don't know where that's going to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like the mayor dying was not something that I expected whatsoever. I feel like I feel like the agreement that the mayor had with Weems is now also off the table. So most likely, Nevermore is at high risk for retaliation. Even though I don't know if they're going to suspect somebody from Nevermore, because it was a person in a car that ran him over and then he died at the hospital, which I'm sure they're going to see that it was foul play. Oh, there's so many directions that this could go. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for all of our players and our characters. I don't even know what this has to hold. I don't know what's next. I wonder if they're going to question also Xavier showing up at the end after Tyler had been attacked, because he all of a sudden just shows up. Now, Thing told him, obviously, because he went to go talk to Wednesday. So a Thing, I feel like, has like more answers to give. Like just consult Thing. I feel like he can get around really easy and he can find out a lot of secrets. I don't know why I did two. There's just one of him. There's just one. But he's a good listener. He's a good friend and gives a good neck massage. I need a Thing in my life. Okay, guys, I'm not going to speculate any further. I'm going to get into this next episode. I'm really anxious to see this one because when it's the penultimate episode, normally a lot of stuff goes down when it is the second to last episode of the season. Normally the finale, like throws a lot at you, but the second to last one is where a lot of the meat is. There's a lot of stuff in this one. At least that's my hope. If not, I'm sure I'm going to have a good time. There's going to be something dark that I get to laugh at. Let's get into it.
I enjoy funerals. I've been crashing them since I was old enough to read the obituary section.
Twisted. Uh-oh. There's a mysterious person now in the woods? Well, I guess the monster does turn back into a human. Frick. Oh!
Still as sharp as ever, my pigtailed protege.
What, smile. Yeah. I totally forgot about Uncle Fester. Oh, I'm so excited.
I thought you didn't go to Nevermore.
I didn't. Your dad got all the brains.
Aww.
But I used to drop in on him, usually from the ceiling with the dagger clutched between my teeth, just to keep him on his toes.
Of course.
She's so happy right now.
Monsters, murder, mayhem. What fun.
What kind of job?
The kind that means I need somewhere to lay low for a couple days.
Ah, tell me more. Oh, I'm so excited to have Uncle Fester.
You've actually made a friend.
Yeah.
That poor kid will be going home in a body bag.
Ah, that's not funny. A little too dark.
I like a hideout that comes with snacks.
Those bees are hibernating. They're practically Eugene's children. That means do not eat them.
Oh, well. Yeah, put it back.
When you give me that death stare of disapproval, you remind me of your mother. Do you know what kind of a monster you're dealing with?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to identify it.
Ooh.
It's a cool drawing.
Called a hide.
A hide?
Isn't Jekyll and Hyde?
Doctor?
You've seen one before.
Jekyll?
In '83, during my vacay at the Zurich Institute for the Criminally Insane. That's where I got my first lobotomy. But you know, lobotomies are kind of like tattoos. You can't just get one. Olga Malikova. She had it all. Beauty, brains, and a penchant for necrophilia.
Okay.
He transformed in the middle of a Chopin sonata.
Okay.
Massacred a dozen audience members. And 3 music critics.
What triggered her? Or did she just change on her own?
No idea. I only saw her in group electroshock therapy.
Oh, group therapy.
You tried Nathaniel Faulkner's diary?
Oh, a diary?
I showed up unannounced one night, Gomez's dorm room. Let's just say I wasn't interrupting a pillow fight.
Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
The diary. Where is it?
Nightshade's library.
Oh, there you go.
Your dad parked me there, said I should settle in for a long stretch.
We'll sneak into the Nightshade's library tonight. In the meantime, lay low. If you are discovered, I will disown you and collect all the reward money tied to your capture.
I'd expect nothing less.
Don't eat the bee!
Leave the bees alone.
Those be Eugene's babies.
My visit to the Gates mansion has left me with so many questions. If Laurel Gates died 20 years ago, then who was sleeping in her bedroom?
Laurel Gates.
And what is their connection to this Hyde? Whoever it is, they're clearly willing to kill for their secret.
Dr. Kinbott. Dr. Jekyll. Mr. Hyde.
Sorry, I figured you were still at Mayor Walker's wake. As soon as the dirt hits the coffin, I'm out. I can't seem to find my bottle of Silver Moon nail polish. Do you mind if I look around? This is the third time in 24 hours you've forgotten something.
She's checking on you.
How's everything going?
Mm-hmm.
With no annoying distractions, I'm almost finished with my novel.
Was I an annoying distraction?
You definitely had some annoying habits.
Such as?
You giggle when you text, which is a 24/7 addiction.
Well, at least it's not a migraine-inducing typewriter hammering into my head,
When you're not grinding your canines, you growl in your sleep.
as opposed to late-night cello solos.
You overcommit to clubs and activities and then complain about them nonstop.
I'd take that over your obsession with all things creepy and dead.
You could gas an entire small village with the amount of perfume you spritz. That's just off the top of my head.
Guess I'm the lucky one with a new bestie that doesn't try to find ways to endanger literally everybody she comes into contact with. In fact, Yoko and I are so in sync that she's begging me to be her new roomie, permanently.
Don't let me hold you back.
Enjoy your solitude Wednesday.
It's not solitude if you're still here.
Mean. Roommates are annoying. It doesn't matter who you are. Deal with it. Come on, it's fun.
Uncle Fester?
Who's Uncle Fester?
Her uncle.
I'll save you some time. There's nothing in here matching that thing.
Isn't that convenient?
You know what your problem is?
Oh, tell us.
I would love to hear your piercing insight.
You don't know who your real friends are. I've been on your side since day one. I literally saved your life. I believed your theories when nobody else did. Like, what do I get in return? Just nothing but suspicion and lies.
Yep.
You want honesty? Here it is. Every time the monsters attacked, you have been right there. Starting with Rowan at the Harvest Festival. You arrived at the meeting house just minutes after the monster had disappeared, yet you say you didn't see it. You have drawn the monster dozens of times, yet you've never seen it. Or so you claim.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget your oh-so-convenient appearance after Tyler had been attacked at the Gates mansion.
Yep, every time.
If I am the monster, why haven't I killed you?
Because for some reason I cannot fathom or indulge you seem to like me.
Me too.
What's to like?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point I've been trying to make. There's no clues or hints that there's any feelings there.
How long have you been lurking?
Long enough to feel the tension between you two.
Oh, check it out.
I'd recognize the patter of those fingertips anywhere.
What's up, buddies?
Hello, thing. You can't still be mad about the Kalamazoo job. It wasn't my fault.
Uh-oh, still
You
mad.
said you could-
Still mad?
Enough! Let him go.
Oh, thing.
Iggy was Faulkner's right hand. Trained a generation of nightshades. And behind Iggy,
It. Like Cousin It.
do I have time for a snooze or can you crack this one quickly?
Ooh, that was some toot in that wrist. Come on, thing, I believe in you. Yeah, buddy. Creepy.
These
I
are
love
some
it.
sweet digs.
They are. I love that room.
Here it
Ooh,
is.
There it is.
Faulkner describes Hydes as artists by nature, but equally vindictive in temperament.
Artist by nature.
The Hyde lays dormant until unleashed by a traumatic event or unlocked through chemical inducement or hypnosis. This act causes the Hyde to develop an immediate bond with its liberator, who the creature now sees as its master.
Therapists can do that.
That means I'm not looking for one killer, but two.
Yep. Okay.
The monster and its master.
I wasn't sure if it was one, the other, or together.
I didn't mean to startle you.
Hmm.
Enid has requested to room with Yoko for the rest of the school year. When there's a falling out, I like to get both girls' perspectives on what happened. You two seemed as thick as thieves.
Really?
Deflect all you want, but you and I both know that you care about Enid. And you have to admit, she managed to bring out a spark of warmth in you.
I'll survive alone. I always have.
Ugh. Oh, Wednesday.
Uncle Fester?
Gonna drop from the rafters of the knife? Is he in there?
Uncle Fester?
Hey, being a solo Lobo has its perks. You get to live by your own rules, do whatever you want. Just look at me.
Yeah, not the best example.
Okay, I can meet you there in like 20 minutes. Okay, bye.
Who are you talking to?
Jeez, so sneaky.
Did you place a tracker?
Jeez, they got trackers? Penny's Pooch Patrol?
I picked it up on my way out of town. You know me. I like to travel incognito.
Incognito. I have a bright orange Subaru, and I'll tell you, incognito is not something I can be anymore. The dog helmets are amazing. Kinbott, yep. So wait, is he the monster and she's the master? I totally thought it was gonna be Tyler.
Principal Weems, it is imperative I speak with you about Dr. Kinbott.
We were just talking about you.
Speak of the devil.
And she shall appear.
Oh.
Well, what's the verdict, Doctor? Am I cured?
I'm glad you find it amusing because the judge assigned to your case won't.
I've explained to Dr. Kinbott that you've recently been taking small but meaningful steps towards embracing your new Nevermore family.
Yes. You know, I think I've actually reached the half-hug stage.
Ooh.
I've been reading about hypnotherapy. I think it might be a good technique to unlock my inner Wednesday. Are you a devotee?
Yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm. It's very odd to have a therapist be hanging out at the school.
Stays dormant until unleashed by a traumatic event or unlocked through chemical inducement or hypnosis.
Oh, God, Fester, gross. Oh,
Are you listening?
that's disgusting.
I think the kid behind the counter has clocked me. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in a Romanian sleeper hold. Cover me.
Relax. He's not interested in you.
Oh.
Made you a quad on the house.
Hey, thanks, kid. Need a refill on this puppy, too.
Tyler, this is my Uncle Fester.
Hi, it's nice to...
It's called a hide.
That's it from that night.
Well, apparently a hide needs to be unlocked by someone. It's Master.
Oh, shit.
Tyler.
Oh.
Okay, for the record, Wednesday was trying to keep a distance. I was the one that sat down with her.
Well, he can't control Wednesday. He can control you.
Putting these up around town's a bank robbery suspect and he's a real creep. You haven't seen him, have you?
No.
Yeah, he'd be pretty hard to miss.
He's pretty slick.
Thank you. But you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, your family is very colorful.
Ironic considering Fester's the black sheep.
Yep.
He's harmless.
About rescheduling our date.
Oh.
Well, between the monster and my uncle.
And no excuses. Figure after what happened last time, you owe me. 9 p.m., Crackstone's crypt.
A horrible place for a date. Why would he still want to date her after all of this? Where'd that come from?
I don't miss her.
Yeah, you do.
Your job is to guard that diary while I'm gone. I'll be back as soon as I can. It's not a date. It's a quid pro quo for almost getting him disemboweled. Watch that diary.
Was this a date? That's interesting. I don't know, this is weird.
Okay, you can open your eyes now.
Oh, I guess that's cute. It's a picnic.
What? No one's ever taken you on a picnic inside a crypt before?
For a movie?
How do you feel about scary movies? Prepare to be horrified.
Legally Blonde?
That was torture. Thank you.
I want us to be more than friends.
You'll snap out of it. I'm not friend material, let alone more than friend material. I will ignore you, stomp on your heart, and always put my needs and interests first.
Hey, you can keep trying to push me away. It's not gonna work.
Stop, Tyler. It's not romantic. This isn't romantic. She doesn't want you.
You're making a mistake.
Probably.
Definitely.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna even ask what this is, but I never saw the two of you here. You got it? Unbelievable. Come on.
Getting caught by your dad is like the worst. But she was going in for the kiss, so maybe she likes him more than she's really letting on.
The diary. Thing? Thing.
Not cool.
Help, help, help! Thing's not moving! He was stabbed!
Get up on the table.
Oh, I mean, he's got all those little scars, so he's been through this. He doesn't have a heart. Can he?
Oh, come on, thing.
Oh, Wednesday. If he has to do the full palm?
He's gone Wednesday.
No!
No, he's not. Thing. If you can hear me, if you die, I will kill you. Go again. Now, again, please!
Do the full palm. High five him.
Promise that whoever did this to you will suffer. And it will be slow, long, and excruciatingly painful.
Oh. This show is so fantastically weird. I love it.
I found your motorbike, so the sheriff won't be far. You need to go. Maybe next time steal something a little less conspicuous.
Well, where's the fun in that?
I guess I'll see you at your arraignment or the next family reunion.
You'll always be my favorite, Wednesday.
Be sure to tell Pugsley that. It'll give him a complex. Whoever ransacked my room also stole Nathaniel Faulkner's diary.
That's supposed to be safely locked in the Nightshades library.
So you do know about the diary, which means you also know the monster we're after is called a Hyde.
Thank you, Miss Thornhill. I'll take it from here.
Of course. If you need anything, I'll be right down the hall.
Okay, so let's hear about this.
Faulkner spent years studying hides. He wanted to determine if they were just mindless killers or conscious of their actions.
What was his conclusion?
He was killed by a hide before he could reach one.
Oh.
All of this time you've known the monster was a Hyde. Why didn't you tell the sheriff?
Because then, Nevermore is done. Over. Shut for good.
Yeah.
If you suspect someone, you need to tell me.
Why? All you've ever done is gaslight and obstruct me.
I am protecting our Nevermore family, which also includes you, Miss Adams.
Yep. Wonder why she didn't bring up Kinbott.
All you've ever done is gaslight and obstruct me.
Printed these off my dad's computer. Seems he was trying to track down someone. Laurel Gates. Looks like he started right after Outreach Day.
Apparently the Gates mansion was purchased a year ago by a 90-year-old candy heiress. She then mysteriously died and gave all of her belongings to her caregiver.
Probably hypnotized.
Laurel secretly buys her old house and then comes back to Jericho as someone else. Why?
Revenge on all the people she blames for her family's misfortunes. Your father, the coroner, my parents, most of all, Nevermore.
You know who Laurel is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday? We don't have an appointment scheduled for today.
I know you're Laurel Gates. You've come back to Jericho to seek your revenge. And so did Mayor Walker, which is why you had to kill him.
You're not actually accusing me of murdering the mayor.
The roses you left in Eugene's room were your mistake. They were the same variety I found near your childhood bed.
I don't have time to deal with your delusional fantasies. I have a patient emergency.
Who? Xavier? I know all about the secret sessions you've been holding in your car. I also found the cave in the woods where you've been holding sessions to unlock his hide.
Oof.
I'm going to recommend you stay in a juvenile psychiatric facility for observation.
Oh,
How
please.
convenient.
You and I both know I'd be running that place in a week. Time's up, Laurel.
Bold. Amazing. I love it.
Principal Weems, it's Valerie Kinbott. Wednesday Adams just barged into my office.
I wasn't aware that Wednesday had a session today.
She didn't, and her behavior was completely irrational.
Uh-oh. For the love of God! Okay, maybe she isn't Laurel Gates?
She's gone. Dr. Kinbott's dead.
This ends now.
Okay, now everything's... I can't get a good read on this show. Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Your painting's been improving. I enjoy this one in particular. Feels like you really lived it. What is Roan's inhaler doing in your shed? Or Eugene's glasses? Kinbott's necklace.
No. Somebody planted that stuff.
Please! Drop the knife! Down on your knees!
I believe him.
Be silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney.
I believe him.
Hey,
You're back.
Yeah.
I'm gone for a few days. The place gets trashed and Thing almost dies. Someone's got to look out for you too.
Why the sudden change of heart?
Because we work. We shouldn't, but we do. It's like some sort of weird friendship anomaly. Everything you said about me is true, but I don't apologize for it. Not anymore. It's just who I am.
Not a girl.
Thing may have blabbed about your date with Tyler. So how'd it go?
It was interrupted.
Well, I heard Tyler's working the late shift.
We're closed.
Then you should lock your doors. There's some real sick people out there.
Dad told me what happened with Xavier.
Well, you know. It has made me reevaluate things.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Like who I can trust.
Does that mean you're ready to be more than friends?
Okay. Unexpected. Don't make me start liking him. Oh, fudge!
You okay?
I need to go.
What?
I knew it. I knew
Of
Tyler
course
was
the
the
first boy
monster.
I kissed would turn out to be a psychotic, serial-killing monster.
It's just your type.
I guess I have a type.
So... I've been saying Tyler since episode 1. So at least I wasn't that wrong. It's really his nose that kind of gave it away. The fact that the monster has like a little bit of a pig nose. It's the same thing as Tyler's nose. That's really what... I mean, that shouldn't be the thing, but it is the thing. But the killing of Kinbott, is she not the one that's hypnotizing him? I mean, I guess it still could be Thornhill. God, I don't know what to think anymore. This show, as soon as it like makes me think one thing, like I'm like, okay, yep, I've got a grasp on it. It like throws a curveball. 'Cause now I don't know if Thornhill is actually Laurel. Like, what if, I mean, because like the flowers, like she has the conservatory and she has flowers, so she could have easily given those flowers to Kinbott, and Kinbott could have taken them to Eugene, and then she could have them in her room. See, I think I'm getting to my conclusion without really knowing a lot of anything, and then it's just seeing what sticks. I'm gonna watch the next episode. I have to. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to not watch the next episode. Oh my gosh. My hair is as wild as my theories today. Okay. Ha! Okay, so yeah, when she says, like, of course, the first boy that she kisses happens to be a homicidal serial killer. Yeah, a homicidal maniac. That's her type. I mean, quite frankly, when they called Xavier a murdering monster, I was like, seems right up her alley. Seems like somebody that she would love. When Kinbott said, we're going to have you committed to the juvenile psychiatry wing, she's like, I'll be running the place in, a week straight. There's not a good way to threaten Wednesday other than other than Legally Blonde. Oh my God. So good. So good. Like, he's like, oh, do you like horror movies? And I'm sure she was just like, and he was just like, something that would be scary to you. What a great date. And I really wanted to like Tyler. But he's a murderer. I thought that the sheriff, I thought when he saw the picture that he recognized his son in the photo, when he saw the picture of the monster. And now I'm wondering how his mother died, if she knew that he was a Hyde. Oh man. Oh man. Like, the sheriff has to know. He has to know. How does he not know? Like, when Tyler's like trying to get him all riled up in the last episode, and like he like starts kind of like approaching Tyler aggressively, and then he stops and he backs away. Like, did he know? Was Kinbott like doing hypnosis, or is it in fact Thornhill? Oh my gosh. Every episode I end with more questions than answers. At least now we know for sure that it's Tyler. I feel a little bit of vindication thinking that the entire time, and really feeding a lot of my information, or like information that I would be taking in, I would be thinking it's Tyler. It's got to be Tyler. And even in this episode, like, he was very, I don't know, more so feeling and lovey-dovey towards Wednesday that it kind of made me uncomfortable. Like, I thought like it was a trick. I thought that like he had sided with his friends again, and like there was going to be a prank inside of the crypt. And I'm happy to see that Lucas went to Bianca, and that Lucas, like, I mean, obviously he wants to solve his father's murder, but he seems to have more trust in outcasts. I think that's growth on his part. That poor kid. He's been through too much. It was lovely to get Uncle Fester. I was delighted to see Uncle Fester. I miss Uncle Fester. From the movies, I definitely was just like I remember my mom, because it was when I was like 14 when those movies came out, and I think maybe even younger. I don't know what year it came out. Like, let me look that up, because I can. It's not a spoiler. 91. I was 11. Yeah, when I remember my mother just being like, I don't know, like, Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester, and then he was fantastic. He was amazing. Quintessential. And I'm not gonna like knock Fred Armisen, because he's a great actor and he did a good job. I mean, he played his Fester just as Luis plays his Gomez, Like, we can't compare. It's a different iteration, and that's completely fine. But I really enjoyed having him around. I love the relationship that he has with Wednesday. And then having Wednesday have that moment with Thing. I was like, Fester, just charge up the whole palm and just like bring him back for us. I like her getting emotional over Thing, and way more important than a pet scorpion. It's Thing. And then Enid coming back and just being like, gosh, your room got trashed. Thing almost died. You need me. I really think she does. But I'm happy Enid wasn't in the room for that. I'm very happy she wasn't in the room for that. I think if it's Thornhill would not have hurt Enid. Just as I don't think Thornhill really wanted to hurt Wednesday. If Thornhill is Laurel Gates. So, if Weems knows what a hide is, and then she sent Thornhill out of the room to talk to Wednesday about it, does she know that Thornhill is a hide? Or no, she's not a hide. She knows what a hide is. Maybe she didn't want Thornhill to know that she knows how hides work, because Thornhill's the master of the hide, the Jekyll and the Hyde. And it said that you didn't really become a hide until you had a tragic episode, and I wonder if Tyler losing his mother was the tragic episode. God, I want a backstory on that so much. I don't think we'll get it from the sheriff unless, like, Wednesday, like, really corners him and is like, hey, we need to talk about Tyler. But I mean, her running away after a kiss, like, I would imagine that, like, that would either A, hurt Tyler's feelings, or B, he will chase after her. So that's why I'm going to watch the next episode. So if you see me with the same hair and the same shirt, it's because I couldn't wait any longer. I had to proceed. I almost don't want to watch it because then it's over. It's like so sad. But you can catch the full-length reaction to this episode on my Patreon, as well as full-length episodes to other reactions that I'm doing over there, including The Expanse, Vox Machina, House of the Dragon, soon to be Severance, some Andor reactions, Bad Batch coming up later on this week. So there's a lot coming down the pipe. I think I might actually even try The Last of Us. Is it The Last of Us? Jeez. It's Pedro Pascal. I have to watch it. And it's funny enough, I've seen people react to scenes from the game on YouTube, but I have no idea what the game's even about. I have no idea who those characters were. All I know is that it's very beloved and people are very excited for it, and so am I. So you can catch that on my channel, on the channel, and on Patreon first. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. Did you think Tyler was the monster the whole time? Because I did. The Laurel Gates is still the question. The only time I questioned whether or not Tyler was the monster is when I was like, is Laurel Gates also the monster? But I'm very glad it was very much said that it's a master and a monster. Oh, now it has to be Thornhill because I don't think it would kill its own master, right? Unless it was trying to hide the fact that it has a monster, unless it was trying to hide the fact that it has a master. Fried egg. Fried egg. I'm going to move on and watch the next episode, so I'll find out here in probably 10 minutes. But in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya in the next one soon.